As usual with meditation, if you possibly can, make yourself comfortable. And I'm going to start this meditation by making a specific request, and that is that you think of an aspect of yourself that you really do love. It could be an ability, it could be kindness, it could be something that might be part of your personality or your ego structure that you actually really appreciate and love deeply. Literally, it can be anything. And once you think of something like that, I also want you to think of a part of you that you have struggled with, meaning that you've resisted or have not liked or have not fully accepted some aspect of you, like, an inner critic or the part of you that's judgmental or any part of you that you feel has caused you trouble and you have a hard time accepting. And you can just come up with a very simple label for these two parts. So one part that you really love and appreciate and like, and the other part that you have struggled with, have not fully accepted, and perhaps resist or feel shame or guilt about. And when you have that clearly in mind, I want you to think about this part that you really like or love or appreciate. This part of your character that you've been gifted with. And as you think about this part, feel your appreciation for it. Feel grateful that this manifests in you and through you. Just like you might appreciate the extreme kindness of a friend or some other thing that you like about a friend, appreciate this part in you and open your heart to it. And feel, if you can, either acceptance or love and appreciation. And notice how that feels in your body. Hopefully there's a feeling of warmth, of openness, of maybe even gratitude. Great. Now I want you to think about this part that you have had a hard time accepting. Perhaps you've seen it as an enemy or have tried to hide. And I want you to actually try to get into the feeling that you often have around this part, which might be self-dislike, it might be hatred, it might be trying to avoid. And feel what it feels like to resist or dislike this part of yourself. Perhaps you can remember times when this part manifested in your life and did things which you regret. And notice what that feels like in your body. Perhaps you even notice thoughts and feelings that show up in relationship to this part of you that you have not fully accepted. And notice what constriction feels like. Now I want you to see if you can turn this constriction, this resistance, into something softer. And realize that this part, probably a wounded part from your childhood, is doing the best it can, and that in some ways it might even be trying to help you in some manner. And that, like a wounded child, it's seeking love. It's seeking your attention so it can be loved. And if you can remember what it felt like to love and appreciate a different part of yourself, what it feels like to just open and with compassion and understanding and love, fully accept perhaps this wounded part of yourself. Like being able to accept and have compassion for a crying baby. As best you can, allow yourself to accept or love or feel compassion for this part that you've struggled with. And as you do, notice if you feel an opening or a softening or a tenderness. If you want, you can imagine sending this part love or a hug, because ultimately that's probably what it needs. And as you soften into a more loving place, realize that all these parts of ourselves belong to the same ocean of love and the same ocean of awareness. There are no good waves and bad waves. They're just waves that come up for a moment and then merge back into ocean of loving awareness. And ultimately, that's who you are. And you can relax into that ocean of loving awareness, partly by fully accepting whatever shows up in you or in others in your life. In a few moments, I'll be bringing you back to the room you're in, feeling your body on your seat, knowing that at any moment, as any part comes up, you're softening, relaxing, and loving it is the key to relaxing into your true nature. As you feel your body on the chair or wherever you are, slowly come back to opening your eyes, take your time, and from a soft, loving place, when you're ready, start to move about and enjoy your day.